Hello, my name is Eliza Siddiqui. These are my notes. Good evening, everybody. I want you to imagine something. Imagine leaving behind your home, your friends, your family, and everything that you've ever really known, without exactly knowing if life will actually be better on the other side. Most of us would probably be absolutely terrified to make that decision, but that's exactly what my mom did. Tonight, as we celebrate her 50th birthday, I don't want to just celebrate another year of her life. I want to celebrate the courage that it took to completely change my life. Growing up, I always knew that my mom had moved to the United States from Pakistan. She would tell me so many stories about home, about family gatherings, and about all the people that she missed. But when I was younger, I never really understood what exactly those stories meant. To me, they were just about where she's from. As I've gotten older, and specifically after I turned 20, I realized that it was just so much more than that. She didn't just move to another country. She left behind everything that was familiar to her because she believed that her future child, me, would have a better future here than I could anywhere else. And that kind of sacrifice, I don't think is something that we fully appreciate until we're old enough to understand everything that somebody has given up for us. My mom left behind her parents, her brother, her friends, the university that she was studying at, and just the comfort of being surrounded by the people that she loved and people that cared about her in order to come to a place where things just worked completely differently. She had to adapt to a new culture and build a life where this wasn't a guarantee, and it couldn't have been easy. I'm sure there were so many moments that she questioned whether or not she had made the right decision for herself and her family. And I'm sure there were so many days where she missed home more than she could put into words. But she kept going. Not because it was easy, and not because she had all the answers, but because she believed one day that I would have so many opportunities that she would never have. As an only child, every sacrifice that she made was with me in mind. Every difficult decision that she faced, every challenge that she overcame, every risk that she took was part of building a future for me. And when I was younger, I honestly didn't really think much of it. I went to school, I spent time with friends, I complained about my homework all the time, and I worried about things that felt like the biggest problems in the world. Looking back now, I realize that so many of those opportunities existed only because my mom had the courage to start over years before I was even old enough to understand what she had done. Today, I get to pursue a college education at Texas A&M. I get to work towards my goals of going to law school and dream about my future because she first dreamed about mine. As I was preparing for the speech, I read an article about parental sacrifice in South Asian immigrant families by Babina Rachel Matthew from the University of Guelph. The research explained that many immigrant parents willingly sacrifice their own comfort, careers, and personal goals because they hope that that their children will have opportunities that they never had. Reading that article really made me think of my mom. While her story is one that I think is shared by many immigrant parents, to me, it has always been uniquely hers. There's one quote that I really want to share tonight by Maya Angelou. Courage is the most important of all the virtues because without courage, you can't practice any other virtue consistently. I think that quote describes my mom and her journey very perfectly because when people hear the word courage, they often imagine somebody doing something dramatic or heroic. But I've learned that courage can also look much quieter. Sometimes courage looks like getting on a plane and leaving everything that you've known. Sometimes it looks like working long hours so that somebody else can chase their dreams. And sometimes it looks like putting another person's future, your child, before your own. And that's the kind of courage that my mom has shown every single day. She has always put me first. She has supported me through every single stage of my life, from me being a child to being a moody teenager to where I am now, and celebrated every single accomplishment that I've ever had. And she's always reminded me to just keep going when things really felt impossible. And honestly, the older that I get, the more that I realize that success is never something that we accomplish completely on our own. Behind every success story is usually somebody who sacrificed their own time, comfort, or their dreams so another person could succeed. And for me, that person has always been my mom. Mom, I know I can never truly repay anything that you've done for me, and I'll never be able to fully understand every single difficult decision that you had to make or every challenge that you faced after moving here. But I want you to know that I see it now. I see all your sacrifices, I see your courage, and I see how much love was behind every single decision that you make. I think that we should always celebrate the sacrifices that make every single accomplishment possible. Because without those sacrifices, many of our successes would never happen. The greatest gift that I think that my mom gave to me was something that she couldn't wrap or put a bow on. It was the courage to leave behind the life that she knew so I could build one of my own. So Mom, I thank you for for every single sacrifice that you've made, for every single opportunity that you've given me, and for showing me what unconditional love looks like. Happy 50th birthday. I love you so much. Thank you.